Electric Peasheller. This is a model 800 M4. If green rollers are skipping, it seems like only one of them is rolling at a time, and it's having trouble pulling a pea through, you probably have gears that are slipping inside there. So inside your box, you should have received a set of extra gears and 4 of these plastic bearings. For whatever reason, these begin to slip. If you replace these, they should fix the problem. So I'm going to show you how to put these new gears onto these rollers. So the first thing you want to do is remove this gear cover. Use a Phillips head screwdriver. And take that off. Set that to the side. And then you want to flip over to belt side and take off all 6 of the screws. I've already taken 4 of them off, so you take all 6 of those off with a Phillips head screwdriver. Now save all of those. So you set those to the side. And then you're going to take off the belt and just lift it off the roller. It should come off. You keep that. And then you need to remove this big roller here, the big drive roller. So you're going to use the included Allen wrench, put it in there. You're probably not going to be able to twist it open. You may be able to, but this one's hard, so I'm going to have to get a little bit of assistance. So I'm going to get it set in there. And I'm just going to use this wrench to get a little bit more leverage on it to pop it free. So twisting counterclockwise just like normal. So I'm gonna get that loose. Now your roller pulley should come right out. You don't have to take the screw totally out. Then we need to loosen up these 2 nuts on the inside. Break that one loose. And then the other side, same thing. Loosen it up. And then depending on how much this has been used, these may be kind of frozen up, and you may have to kind of wiggle these a little bit to get everything to come loose. But you want to just take this assembly straight up out of these slots. So once you get that done, now we're going to work on the roller set. So you're just going to take these out. I always just lay them out the way I took them out so I can put it back together. Lay that there and that there. You're going to take off this plate and then this plate. And this plate is going to have these 2 bearings on them. And you might have to get a screwdriver or something to pop them out. You're going to get rid of those 2 small ones and put your 2 new ones in. You put those on there. And lay that down. And on this other side, we've got to get these 2 gears off. So they're probably going to be on there really tight, and so you're going to have to do a little work to get these things free. The easiest way to do it that I've found is just hold these on the end with some pliers and then turn the green roller itself. Just turn it counterclockwise, and then you see the gears coming off of that roller. So take that gear, you don't need it. So once you get that free, take that bearing off and put on your new bearing. Put it back in. And that's the short roller. It goes on top. And you're going to do the same thing for the bottom roller. Hold on to it. Twist it. This one's a little tough. In this case, I'm going to have to use some vice grips and try to. Don't hold it on the green part because you don't want to cause problems on your rollers. So I'm going to hold this thing and see if I can get it to come loose. There we go. So sometimes they'll come off easy. This is particularly difficult. All right, so I've got that gear off. We don't need it anymore. Now if you use vice grips, again, you may not have to use those, but if you used them, take off your vice grips. You're going to change out that bearing same way. Put your new one on. Put the rotor back in place. Now we're just going to reassemble this the way we had it. Now our short roller is on top. Slide them onto this bearing plate, making sure that you replace those earlier. And then the plate that has the little dimples in them, they need to be on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and put on my bolt and nut, get it started same way on the other side. The nut goes to the inside. So just get it started. Now we're going to put it back on the machine, put it back down into the grooves. So now we got 2 independent rollers here. They're not attached by gears or anything. But we can go ahead and tighten up these nuts on each side. Use wrenches to do that. I'll just hold it with the outside with a pair of pliers and tighten up the nut just a little bit. Doesn't have to be super tight, just be tightened down. So get that tightened up. Now we need to put on the new gears. So I like to start with the bottom one. Just hold that bottom roller, thread it on there, clockwise, tighten it up. And I just take it on down pretty well to the end of the threads, pretty close. And take your other new gear, start threading it on, and then just get it on there as far as you can. And then once you do that, you should be able to kind of take it on down to the threads. It doesn't have to be totally down, just pretty far on there. You want good engagement between the 2 gears. So now the top gear, or the top roller and the bottom roller, are interacting with one another on this gear set. And you just gotta need to make sure that you got this long shaft. It should be on the bottom. Once you get that done, you can go ahead and put your large pulley back on. And you just want to take it where it's kind of to the end of the shaft. So set up there. Now we just got to tighten up our Allen screw inside using the metric wrench provided. You want to get it pretty tight, so always put a little bit extra on it. Make sure you get it good and tight. You just gotta be careful, you don't want to strip it out. Make sure it's good and tight on there. Once you get that tightened up, take your belt, put it back on. And put your cover, belt cover back on. Set it back on here. Your Phillips screwdriver. Need to do all 6 of them. Make sure you don't over tighten them because you'll strip them out. A lot of people like to really get them tight. There's no need to go crazy with tightening them down, especially if you're using a battery powered drill or something, or driver. Don't run it down too hard. And then you want to cover your gears up. So you got this little tab up top, slide it down. And then put your screw in there. Get it started and then tighten it down. And you should have a Peasheller that's now like new, and you shouldn't have spinning rollers anymore that are spinning independently when you power it on.